think that even though you didn't win the fight, it seemed like those questions were validated with your performance. Can you talk about that?
I told you I've been on this man since, I first started boxing. That's the man I know I love. I know what he's thinking. In the corner, I was comfortable going back to the corner. I'm trying to listen to what he tells me. I don't know. I just thought it was a great fight. Yes, I definitely, I wouldn't change a thing except for the outcome of the fight.
Jermain, I don't know if you referenced this before I walked in, but did you feel that when the final bell won, you had won the fight, or were you questioning?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I never knew. I could be winning, fighting, and sparring, and anything, but I always look at my coach and he'll nod and tell me.
What would you say about the score? Did you think Jermain won?
Yes, I thought Well, my question, do you feel validated with your performance? Do you think you proved that you are a world-class trainer also?
I think tonight, I think that speaks for itself. I thought I did a pretty good job, but came up short.
We'll hang around for a couple of minutes to answer a couple more questions, but I think it's time to turn it over to the winner. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Youngstown, Ohio, the middleweight champion of the world, Kelly the Ghost Pavlik.
First of all, once again, I'd like to thank everybody, Bella, Jermain Taylor, for the fight that you put out tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed it. I thought it was a good one. We both went out there. Game plans change. Usually I'm the one put a lot of pressure down and sitting there and just throwing punch after punch. But tonight I actually had to use my brain and think of a tactic and come up with something, because everything I was trying to do, he was starting to counter. But we caught on to it midway through the fight. But I thought it was a great fight. I'd just like to thank everybody coming on. If there's any questions, go ahead and ask.
What was the main difference that you noticed in the way he fought you this time?
He sat there and, when he got close to the ropes, instead of sitting there on the ropes and let me get off and throw a lot of punches, he sat there and slid off the ropes. As soon as his back touched, he got off. And he really didn't get himself close to the corner that much. But that was pretty much it. And then he was trying to feint a little bit more and trying to counter over my jab and things like that we picked up on.
Kelly, the jab that was so effective in the first fight didn't seem to be as effective in this fight. Was there any reasoning behind it?
My single jab was when I was landing tonight. I thought that my single jab would land a lot. My double jab, for some reason, just couldn't get going. Every time I throw the first one, it seemed like it was slower, and then I started seeing it drop a little bit, and I didn't want him to come over top with anything, so I just started sticking to the single jab. And I felt that I was, popping his head back enough to sit there and bring the right hand. So.
We don't want to do it now.
Kelly, how did it feel the first time you went the distance in a fight, first time past 9 rounds?
It was good. I got it out of the way. It's in the past now, I sit there and say I went 12 rounds, just not with anybody, but I went with, Jermain Taylor, a guy who's been 12 rounds with how many great fighters. So, that's definitely a satisfaction for me, and it's a great learning experience, too.
Kelly, a lot of people had this fight close going into the last 2-3 rounds. How did you have the fight going into your mind mentally? And then were you confident that you were going to get the decision after the fight?
You never know. You never know about decisions. I felt that I won the first round, and I thought I lost the second round to the 5th round, or 6th round. But the 7th round on, I felt that I just started dominating, especially the last 3 rounds. I felt that, the fight was in my hands, and I was thrown out by 2 or 3 rounds. I had a 2 or 3 round lead. So, but it's something you have to go back, watch your film, and look at it and see, exactly what happened. And I can't tell you right now. We threw punches, we were hitting each other, we were thinking about what we were going to do next, and you can't sit there and think about what the scoring was or how much I was winning. Someone had to go.
Kelly, it seemed like you didn't start going to the body until probably the 3rd, 4th, or 5th rounds. Was that something that it was by design, or was it because Jermain was doing such a great job of countering every time he got inside?
You know what, he was. A lot of times I just felt a little stiff in the early rounds, really, really stiff. And every time I did go to the body, every time I would take that step, he was just starting to slide out. He was making some good spin outs. So I give him credit on that. It was hard to go in there. I didn't want to go and leave myself open and get caught with a hook. So I just sat there, let it go for a while. Started going with the right hand to the body. But then later in the rounds, when he started slowing down a little bit, the body shots started working.
Jack Kelly talked about how he thought it was smart using brain tonight. Can you elaborate on what that was like and how close to the plan did this fight go?
The plan was to back Jermain Taylor up. And, I thought, first of all, I'd take my hat off to his hell. I think he put together one hell of a game plan. He really did. Jermain showed a lot of movement. He would not let himself get trapped on the rope, and he kept spinning out from things. But I think once we got Jermain going backwards again, especially in the 11th round, and we went to the body, I thought we were doing real well towards the middle and the end of the fight. He stuck with the single jab, and he came back after the first, second round. The double jab wasn't working. We got to the single jab. I thought we out-jabbed him again. If you look at the punch stats, I thought we were really, from what I heard, we almost doubled in the connection department. So, I thought it spoke for itself.
Kelly, you look great in the ring at 164. How did you feel with that weight, and how long do you plan on making middleweight?
It took a long time to get the belts. It really did. We'll go down until we see about how healthy it is, where our health's at, until it becomes dangerous to keep making 160. I think I got, a couple more fights in that 160. I don't want to hand the belts over yet. It's been a long road, and I'm not going to just toss them away because, I have weight problem. We'll bring somebody in, see how it is, see how easy it is to get down to 160. If it starts becoming dangerous to us, then we'll go up to 68.
The middleweight championship is a sacred trust. Some of the greatest fighters in history were middleweight champions. Ray Robinson, marvelous Marvin Hagler, Carlos Monzon, Jermain Taylor. Middleweight championship is something that you don't discard unless you can't make the weight anymore. And right now, Kelly believes he can. And in Madison Square Garden on June 7th, in the Big Apple, Kelly will defend his middleweight title.
Babu,
We'll see.
Gunny or Trinidad?
There are two possible candidates. One is the Irish kid Duddy, John Duddy, and the other is the Puerto Rican Felix Trinidad.
Will he be sanctioned?
Excuse me?
Would he be sanctioned?
Would he be what?
Sanctioned by anybody. Trinidad, he hasn't beaten anybody in years.
Well, that question has to be asked. If he's not sanctioned, he can't fight for the middleweight title, and therefore he would not be a candidate. I think the more intriguing question for me is, can he anymore get down to 160? If he can, then no matter how attractive that fight is, it can't be done. Kelly is going to defend the middleweight title. And as Jack said, Kelly, that you guys are all coming as our guests to Madison Square Garden next Saturday. Duddy is fighting, and Klitschko is fighting for the heavyweight title. So it's another great night of boxing. HBO is down the road. We're going to do it again. That another way.
Any more questions, guys? Any more questions for us before we split? Then thank you very much, and I'm glad you saw a great night of boxing.